The Justice Department looking into whether to decertify an immigration judges union. Now, I know you probably thought judges don't have unions, but immigration judges do. And that union has repeatedly criticized the Trump administration. At issue, whether federal immigration judges can legally be in a union. The Federal Labor Relations Authority has criticized the president's plan to impose quotas and deadlines on the judges, to actually work and create results to deal with the massive backlog of immigration cases. Joining us tonight, former acting U.S. Attorney General Matthew Whitaker. Matt, great to have you here.
Thank you. I'm glad I could be here.
Let's start with I didn't realize that the immigration judges had a union.
Yeah.
How nice.
So they had a union, and when I was both chief of staff and acting attorney general, the union resisted a lot of our plans to reduce the backlog of 900,000 pending asylum cases down. And all we were asking, so the average immigration judge carries more than an average of 700 cases or closes per year over 700 cases. So we asked them to do less than average. So the union, we set a standard, said you need to do less than average, and that's going to be one of your sort of management standards to go by. And they've resisted it, especially in these high volume districts where we're seeing a lot of these asylum cases being filed. And then they would just continue these cases over and over. And we worked tirelessly in issuing attorney general opinions, and I know that Bill Barr has kept this doing these attorney general opinions to try to streamline the system, bring it back to the rule of law system,
and
get it under some control. So the Supreme Court has issued an opinion regarding this, whether they're management or whether they're sort of worker and can unionize, and about SEC administrative law judges. And I think this is an application of that to these immigration judges. And I think, to me, it was something that we were working on, and I was really glad on Friday to have them announce that they were going to seek to decertify that union.
Well, if they're telling the President of the United States to go to hell, it seems to me like they're going to have a hard time proving their case that they're just workers. That makes no sense. To assert that kind of, dare I call it, privilege in this day and age, and then claim that you're just a worker bee.
And the immigration courts have a lot of authority, and oftentimes these judges, well, there's a right to appeal within the immigration court system. Typically, all that's within the Department of Justice and is managed by ultimately the Attorney General, who sits as kind of the Supreme Court of the immigration courts and has a lot of authority to set precedent. And a lot of these judges did not like some of the precedent that General Sessions and General Barr have implemented to try to make these cases more efficient, to get rid of some of these private rights of action if you're... and so
it's hard to imagine Attorney General Barr coming into a tougher environment.
I'm very familiar with the environment. I shook his hand on February 14th.
But when I look at the mess that is the Justice Department, when I look at every issue from immigration to national security to the judicial system itself, the detention center, and Bureau of Prisons, I mean, it is absolutely mindlessly out of control. And I don't know if it's rescuable.
Yeah, there's never a boring day at the Department of Justice. I mean, you have 4 law enforcement agencies, the Marshals, FBI, DEA, ATF, together with the Bureau of Prisons. You have all the U.S. attorneys in their offices. And you're wearing the white hat and you're doing justice. At the same time, you're also held to a very high standard. And we expect that these people with the powerful positions at the Department of Justice are using that power appropriately, and they're actually following the protocols they put in place. For example, like at the MCC, where it appears that nobody seemed to know how to watch somebody like Epstein.
Who decided that after he tried to commit suicide, suddenly he was not suicidal.
Within 10 days.
Yeah, this is beyond. This gives every conspiracy theorist in the country reason to speculate. And what I got a kick out of, a couple of the dim presidential hopes for 2020, saying the president shouldn't be speculating, shouldn't do this. The entire country is speculating and knows what this stuff smells like. And what it smells like is in a barnyard.
And Lou, I mean, what you apply is reason and common sense. And reason and common sense tells us that this is fishy. It doesn't make any sense.
And I hate to break it to the left in this country, but this is America. We speak our minds, we speak plainly, and we don't give up easily the right to our First Amendment, nor our damn Second Amendment.
Amen. What else can I say to that?
Matt, it's great to see you.
Thanks, Lou.
Will we ever know what happened to Epstein?
We will. I think we should have full transparency and get a full line-by-line, minute-by-minute accounting of what led up to that situation.
Matt Whitaker, come back soon. Good to see you. Thank you.